Hi, my name's John Whitehead, and I'm an executive and leadership coach. Welcome to this week's video blog post. Today, I want to talk about a topic that's become more important than ever in our workplaces: resilience. What is it? Why does it matter? And how can we build more of it in ourselves and our teams? Let's start with a reality check. The impact of workplace stress and uncertainty is enormous. Just look at some of these numbers. According to the American Psychological Association, 69% of employees say work is a significant source of stress. 41% say they typically feel tense or stressed out during the workday. Over half of employees report being less productive at work because of stress. That means they're having trouble focusing, making more mistakes, or missing deadlines. And more than half have even considered changing jobs, turning down promotions, or leaving their roles entirely because of workplace stress. Job pressure, whether it's from coworker tension, tough bosses, or just too much work, is the #1 cause of stress in the United States. And stress isn't just uncomfortable. It's linked to the 6 leading causes of death, including heart disease and cancer. And remember, these statistics are from before the pandemic. If anything, the last few years have only made things more challenging for all of us. So, what can we do about it? This is where resilience comes in. Resilience is the ability to remain strong, energetic, optimistic, and committed, even when things get tough. It's about being flexible and adaptable to change. It's about seeing challenges as opportunities for growth, not just obstacles to overcome. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back to where you were before. It's about bouncing forward, using adversity to learn, grow, and become even stronger. Dr. Peter Kramer, a well-known psychiatrist, once said that the opposite of depression isn't happiness, it's resilience. That really gets to the heart of why this quality is so important. In today's turbulent work environment, resilience is one of the key attributes that helps people not just survive but thrive and sob. Many business leaders and scholars agree that resilience is what separates those who make a real impact from those who struggle. It's what helps people succeed, even when things are uncertain or difficult. So, why does resilience matter so much? For one, resilient people tend to take an active approach to adversity. They don't just sit back and hope things get better. They look for ways to manage stress and see it as something they can handle. This leads to better job performance. Resilient individuals are also more committed to their organizations. When people feel committed, they're less likely to be late, miss work, or leave their jobs. They're also more likely to go above and beyond, helping others and contributing to a positive workplace culture. Resilience is also linked to better work-life integration. We're all looking for ways to manage stress and stay engaged both at work and at home. Resilient people are better able to do that. They're also more likely to accept and even embrace change, seeing it as a chance to learn and grow. There's a quote that's often misattributed to Charles Darwin. People usually say, "It's the survival of the fittest," or "the strongest survive." But what Darwin actually said was, "It's not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change." Even in evolutionary terms, adaptability, resilience is what matters most. Now, you might be wondering how resilience connects to emotional intelligence. Most of us have heard of emotional intelligence, or EI, from the work of Dr. Daniel Goleman. But I also like the approach of Sparrow and Knight, who break EI into 2 main areas: the intrapersonal, which is about self-awareness and self-management, and the interpersonal, which is about understanding others and managing relationships. The intrapersonal side is closely tied to resilience. When you become more self-aware, when you understand who you are and how you tend to react, you can focus on building your own resilience. Here's the good news. Resilience isn't something you either have or you don't. You can build it. It takes effort and intention, but it's possible. Resilience can be broken down into 9 elements, which fit into 3 broader categories. The first is filter, how you interpret information and see the world. This is very internal and not always visible to others. The second is ACT, how you handle challenges. This is more observable. And the third is INTERACT, how you communicate and connect with others. This is the most visible dimension. By identifying one or more of these elements and working to improve them, you can build your personal resilience. And as you do, you'll also be strengthening your emotional intelligence because the two are closely connected. If you're interested in learning more about how you and your team can become more resilient and grow your emotional intelligence, I offer a workshop called Adaptive Mindset for Resiliency. It's available in half-day or full-day versions, and I'd be happy to talk with you about how it can help your organization. Thanks for tuning in this week. If you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover in future videos, please let me know. Have a great week, and remember, resilience is something you can build one step at a time.